So today we have the most important guest
And
of
special
this,
guest.
a special guest,
Mhm.
which is Coach Haas. So first question will be like, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Troy Haas, the head women's tennis coach at ESU.
How did you come here? What kind of studies? What kind of work did you have before? Because it's not your first professional experience, right?
No.
Yeah.
First, I was the graduate assistant at a Division III program when I first graduated from college, and college tennis is kind of what I wanted to do. And then I spent 6 years as the assistant director of racket sports at a country club, teaching tennis, pickleball,
Where was it?
platform tennis. That was in Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Perfect.
Opportunity came up, kind of applied last minute. I had a good conversation with Dr. Snook about the plans for new tennis courts. The plans basically to invest in women's tennis, which is not really happening a lot of places right now. I mean, this week alone I heard about 5 programs being cut across the country. So
Wow.
the fact that ESU is
Holding.
investing in tennis, especially like a women's program, is very, very special. So
And what kind of study did you make before?
I studied business with a double major in business management and sport and event management, and then
So you were playing tennis when you were like in college?
so I played for the rival Division III school that's literally on the same street as the one that I went to coach at. So
Oh wow.
when I became the coach, I was coaching against like my former teammates, which was interesting. Division III school, about an hour from ESU. We actually played them this year and we beat their butts. So
I don't.
What are the most important qualities to be a coach?
the most important qualities for being a college coach is having kind of like a balance of, I don't know, I would say like kind of not like friends with the team, but friendly, you know. I think like building those relationships, like obviously we're sitting in the car now, so we have some
There
kind
we
of
are.
relationship.
We are okay.
Even though Marquette's only been here for a couple months, I feel like building those relationships with the players is important. Obviously having some degree of leadership, you know, like somebody has to drive the van and
Yeah.
you know, metaphorically also drive the van to get stuff done, you know, helping when players come to you with questions, whether that's with classes, like you hear of anything that the players come to you with. I think it's important to know like where the resources are on campus, who you should go to. Shout out Sarah Ross for a lot of those things.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sarah Ross for
Ross,
everything.
Andy Allison.
Thank
That
you
was
for fixing my car, Sarah Ross.
Thank you for lifting the car,
And
Sarah
lifting
Ross.
the car. You could carry my car to the house. If I have to.
Like put it on her head and run. Did you like ever faced a challenge related to the tennis team that you had like it was really hard to handle? And what was it, if you can share?
I think the biggest challenge that we face is kind of, although the team was here, it's not like a brand new program, but like pretty much everyone that came in with the exception of Jasmine, Katrina, and Samantha in the fall, like those were the only players that I knew from last year. So it's kind of like, even though Luis is coming as a graduate student, we had Vega as a sophomore transfer, like the rest of the players are freshmen, like doesn't matter how old they are, everybody was new. So I think that was probably the biggest challenge, you know. And then adding another graduate student in Marquette, like in the spring, probably everyone was a little bit like nervous about in the beginning, because they're not sure, like, oh, there's a new player, like, and we're already new, we got used to each other in the fall, now we have another new player. But I think especially the spring break trip, probably very helpful for kind of everyone coming together and getting more comfortable around each other, even though I wasn't there. I think we have players like Claudia came in, she's 17 in the fall, and Marquette is what, 24?
Yeah, now.
So
Yeah.
and Luis
First
21,
day.
so like everyone different range of ages, but that is true. Happy birthday again.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What challenges were you facing maybe 2 years ago, and yeah, what is the difference from now?
Yeah, I think my first thought, I think, was, did I make the right decision? Because like the team was like up in the air.
Not
like
gorgeous.
The previous coach gave me like a list of players who might be interested in playing that year, so I was kind of like, okay, so we don't really have, don't even have a team really, so we had to figure that out. Shout out to Jasmine, Alessia, like players who had never played tennis before, and they just kind of
Learn.
Hop
jumped
on
on
the court.
board, you know. And
Yeah.
like Jasmine ended up having the most wins out of all the players last year, and
Wow.
Alessia got a Player of the Week from
She's always perfect.
Wow.
tennis. So even if we had some problems with some concussions towards the end of the season, after like my first full year, we're in a much better spot. So
Who is your crush player?
Tennis.
Tennis player, of course.
Yeah.
well, I
What
wanna
about
get in trouble
Caroline
with
Garcia?
My wife, but like before I met my wife, in college, like Jeannie
Mhm.
Bouchard,
Oh, okay.
you know, she was
Do you
making it
know?
to the
Yeah, she's from Canada, no?
yeah,
Yeah.
Canadian. She was
Mhm.
like, I think I was a freshman in college. She made like the semis of like
Mhm.
3 or maybe all the majors in 1 year.
And then nothing.
She was similar age, and yeah, so that was my
Yeah.
tennis crush.
Perfect.
Oh, wow.
I think now she plays pickleball, so
Ah.
As she should.
I don't like her anymore.
Oh. So what are you proud of in the team?
Proud of the team for kind of exceeding the expectations that we set for ourselves in the fall and even the spring. Obviously helpful having Marquetta come in with a lot of experience, especially within our conference. Hoping she can get the conference player of the year, because I feel a couple of years ago she should have gotten it,
Yeah.
and she didn't get it. Fingers crossed she gets it this year, because I think it's deserved. It's her third season in the conference, so that would be a great
It would be
achievement for her
gorgeous.
before she
Retired.
expires her eligibility.
Yes.
Yeah.
Becomes a graduate assistant
Yeah.
next year. So yeah, I'm super proud of the team kind of exceeding not only my expectations, but I think the goals that we set in the fall when we all came together were not to clinch the number 2 seed in the PSAC East and
Yeah.
not break the program record. I mean, I knew it was possible, but there's some matches where it could have gone either way, and we did a really good job coming out of those with the win. So super happy with all the achievements that the team did this year. Ariel breaking the record for singles wins in a season in her first year as a freshman, exceptional. She had a 14 match win streak. She didn't lose for literally 4.5 weeks. She didn't lose a set. So as Marquetta would say, another day at work.
Yeah. Another day for us.
Will we have like a double something? Because we beat a lot of people with double.
We
We'll
did.
We'll see.
We could be
There's
like
always
the-
possibilities. The Division 2 only has the regional rankings in November and then at the end of May. So
Oh.
You're
you
gonna
guys
be
had
there.
a couple wins
Yeah.
against players who were on those lists in the fall, in November.
Perfect.
So we can see what happens.
I'm waiting for a word, and we will put the glasses.
Perfect.
I mean, you haven't lost a PSAC match at number 1 doubles, so that's a good win streak too. I think we're at like 9 or 10.
Yes.
Um, So, I mean, you guys also, Marquetta and Louise, have the chance of like first team
Yeah.
doubles for PSAC.
For sure.
No way.
They choose one doubles pair for each spot, 1, 2, and 3. And I mean, you guys haven't lost yet, so I think that's kind
Gorgeous.
of an obvious answer.
Yeah.
Um,
And so, how do you see like the end of the season right now after everything that we've done?
I don't know, like I keep telling you guys, everything's kind of up in the air. So, number 9 in the region right now. I'm not sure what those rankings will look like next week. I'm not sure what they'll look like the following week, but we have our sights set on beating Millersville again next Tuesday. Obviously Kutztown tomorrow, but we already kind of locked up the number 2 spots. I mean, Millersville was our closest match that we won of the season, so we're going to have to be ready for that one. The only difference is we don't have to sit in the car for 3 hours, and it's at our
Yeah.
home courts.
And
the
they
high
don't
school,
have their
so-
number 6. So what advice would you give to like a life advice or?
More important things is that if something's not like between life and death, I think you shouldn't take it so seriously. I think you should go about things with a good attitude and work hard, but I think that you should also be willing to have fun and at the end of the day, like the things that matter the most are your health, your family, taking care of those things, prioritizing those things. I think be serious when it's time to be serious, but I think that there should always be an element of fun in things, which I think you guys know, being the self-proclaimed funniest on the team, I think.
It's
Yeah.
not
You guys
self-proclaimed now.
I don't know. You have
Dr.
to have,
Snooks say
Basically official.
there has to be some kind of vote. Players might get offended and be like, I'm funny.
no.
Like
Like
Chloe.
Claudia just keeps saying to us that next year will not be funny because we will
Yeah,
not be here.
even Leah said that.
Yeah, they're all saying that. Even been saying that the international were so funny.
Yeah.
So I feel like everyone will put us at this spot.
What's been your favorite memory of the spring so far?
The spring, I think it will be South Carolina. Like
No, it has specific
one
memory. Like
day-
I
a,
think when we beat Millersville for 3,
Yeah.
I was really proud of us because I never thought I'm gonna be able to beat Millersville.
yeah, maybe this double, like the complicated doubles that we had, and we didn't like think we will be able to beat them. Like I think Millersville
doubles?
was one of them. When
Yeah.
we were like, I told Marquetta like, forget that you don't have any chance and just go for it. And it actually worked and we
Yeah.
won. So I think like that kind of doubles where we thought that we didn't have any chance and we beat them.
I got you guys those glasses as a joke, and like you haven't lost in doubles
Yeah.
since then.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because we went
Originated in
to which
Messiah University. There was like
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of girls in this team.
yeah, and
They
so
were
we
wearing
asked
these glasses,
these glasses to win.
but like as a joke. We were
Exactly.
like, oh my god.
Because it's
Yeah.
not the glasses that you will wear to go to the playa and like be kind of cool, whatever. So we asked our wonderful coach to like purchase these for us, what he did. And since then, you can see on our Instagram, we're just wearing them all the time, and we didn't lose any doubles since then. So I'm not saying positive correlation between them, but I
I can
think
see a positive correlation
I
as
think-
a ex-psychologist.
yeah, and a lot of economists will also confirm that.
I think if somehow you guys get a regional ranking at the end of the season, and I'm not gonna put you guys in the photo, it will just be like a cutout of the glasses floating.
Yes.
That's so
Regionally
Yeah.
ranked number.
And just like the head with the
like-
glasses, just
yeah,
the catch.
regionally ranked 15, and it will just be
Yeah.
glasses floating.
Yeah.
What is your pre-match song?
It will be Rage Against the Machine, Bulls on Parade.
I walked according to the route that there used to be a library.
There's another one too, but it will be like
I think that was a great
more
example.
reliable by a French artist.
Okay.
Yeah, I know this song.
I know this
I
song
didn't
as
know
well.
it was that famous.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
me
a
neither.
French
Listen to this stuff on the bus on the way there to like relax, and then when you get on the court, then it's
like thank you so much for coming.
yes.
Yo.
Yeah, go Warriors!